The seats here are very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, 6 side seats here in the back.
Yeah, it's very cool.
3 on the right and 3 on the left in front of me.
Yeah.
And there's only 4 back seats.
Yeah.
Other buses don't have that.
Yeah, and the new Flyers, there's supposed to be 5 back here.
And the Novas usually have, like Strathcona County, one of them has 3.
34th Avenue.
Aaron, Miss Yastruk is still there.
Oh,
And,
really?
and Catherine, Mrs. Barnes.
Oh, cool.
I also know Janet, Mrs. Pollock as well. She was my year 8 teacher a long time ago.
Wow.
My friend Brian Harrison and I graduated in junior high in June 2008, and we graduated high school in June 2011.
Wow.
So I left in May 2013, 7.5 years ago. But I still come and visit.
That's nice.
Yeah. And I always get a chance to meet the new students too on my visits, so it's always nice to make friends. And my mom always says friendship is forever. Even though I'm not a student anymore, I still can come by and visit anytime too.
Uh-huh.
Since I also go to college at 8 too, so I want to make sure as long as it's not interfering with my time.
Uh-huh.
But I gotta say, we got the back window too.
Oh, yeah.
Nifty. The 32A Avenue. I also take the subway at Union Station on my own.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my Auntie Paula took me on the subway at Ossington Station before, and so has my mom. I've also been to Museum Station on the Young University Spadina line as well.
Wow.
Yeah, it's between St. George Station and Queen's Park.
Uh-huh.
And on the Bloor Danforth line too. I've been to Bay and Bloor Young,
Wow.
so I've transferred there. When I was in high school, I took the LRT to McKernan Baptist Church when I was in grade 11 and grade 12.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I would take the bus from my old apartment, and then afterwards I'd go to Southgate Transit Center, switch over to the 6 or 74 to South Campus before Southgate and Central Park Station opened in 2010. So 11 years ago it's been. Wow. The ramp. Beep, beep, beep.
I got it done.
You should be a YouTube vlogger like me.
Oh,
This is what Brian thinks adventures.
nice.
When I was in high school and Melanie missed my Haddon's class and Aaron missed Yastruk's for 5 years,
Yeah.
I used to volunteer at Capital Care Linwood. It used to be recreational therapy, and I was put on different assignments temporarily in my last year, 8 years ago. But I still keep in contact with people from McConnell Place West, like Carol, for example. She's still there.
Yeah.
But I don't follow them outside of McConnell Place West because they like their privacy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like my coworkers and not like my classmates from school at NAIT. No, it's people I gotta respect.
Yeah.
But I also love taking the GO train at Aldershot Station in Burlington, and also one of the areas I've been to outside of Hamilton, Burlington, Mississauga, Toronto, Oakville Station in Oakville. So I'm very used to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm headed up to Toronto in a few years once the coronavirus dies down.
Really.
Yeah, I just have to get some money first.
I'm actually saving my allowance because I'm also on EI,
Yeah?
and in fact, I also plan to film one of the elevators at the Scott M. Rogers Center where my mom used to work a long time ago.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But I also love taking the bus up and down the Hamilton Mountain on my own in Hamilton because I have taken the buses here since before and after I was in school in Alawai Cairns.
Wow.
So it's a very rewarding opportunity, you might say.
Yeah.
I gotta say, they sure put 3 extra windows to make the cords longer. Kind of like the Nova buses. Calgary Transit has Nova buses too.
Yeah, I was actually there a few years ago to take pictures.
I did YouTube videos of it last summer.
Oh,
And some elevators too.
nice.
If I see a security cam, I do the Mickey Mouse, so it's quite funny. And people think, who's that guy filming in the elevator? So I'm kind of crazy that way. But I always do apologize for my mistakes too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Melanie was a great teacher, and God really allowed her to come into my life. Yeah, it used to be Melanie, Miss Mahedon, Miss Colleen Lafroy, Mr. Jose Nabizi, Mr. Musa Bimana, Sandra Miss Bliss, and Catherine Mrs. Barnes when I was in high school. Yeah, and nowadays, now that I'm no longer a student anymore, I'm permitted to call their first names anytime. Like outside the school too.
That's cool.
Yeah. But because I'm no longer a member at Alloy Caravans anymore, but I can still phone. But not late at night.
Yeah, although I haven't attended a White Karen since 2019. I mean, I graduated in 2018, but I decided to go back for another year. I actually worked for Mr. Romeo until January of this year.
Oh, you mean last January?
Yeah, actually this January. Just
8 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also go back to my school at NAIT for Adobe Photoshop course level 2.
Wow.
One of my favorite stations I go on the Bloor Danforth line, where I have always been to with my Auntie Paula and my mom in Toronto, Ossington Station.
Oh.
Ossington is a great area too, and my Auntie Paula used to live near there, so we would go on the subway very often.
Wow.
It's rewarding experience for me.
Yeah.
With my Presto card, I can tap in, pick up my transfer, boom, I'm on the subway at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just have to let my mom and my Auntie Paula and my grandmother know, as well as our friends Kayla, Ray, and Stephen. So to make sure no issues come across.
Yeah. So was it yesterday that you rode 8002?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I was actually on there.
I filmed by the back door.
Yeah, it was actually,
You know, just,
yeah, right there.
yeah, because I decided to do that.
Yeah, it was actually on the 17th of when I was running that road a little bit before you came on. I remember just before it ended service, because that was the first day of the electric buses, right? I actually took a trip to the garage with my friends to actually record it coming out of the garage, right? And
Nice.
There was a whole bunch of news teams there, and actually got some pretty good film.
Wow.
They even had like 3 historical buses parked outside.
Old school buses.
Yeah, they had the Leyland Cub, they had 148, and they had 438.
Nice.
And they were lined up like right by the gate. Although 8002 was the only one to leave the garage, 8005 actually circled around the parking lot before coming back in.
Nice. Center.